Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a quick recap of the 3 new products I saw at SHOT Show last week. You've probably seen a lot of videos and you're wondering why I waited till this week to release them. Well, number one, I actually work the entire show. I work for Cabot Guns and Alchemy Custom Weaponry, so I'm busy and we had to pack up. I didn't even get home until late Sunday night. Number two, every SHOT Show I get the SHOT Show flu, so this is the first day that I've actually been able to talk without coughing, and I'm probably going to have to stop multiple times through the video to do this review. And number three, it's just been super swamped with work after SHOT Show. So I wanted to talk about 3 products that I saw that I was actually excited to see. So at the show, I have to be at our booth the entire time. I've gone for the last 3 years in a row, and this is the first time, believe it or not, that I've actually been able to take a couple of hours to go walk around and see the whole show and not be stuck at our booth, because it is always crazy at the Cabot booth. Now, when I went, I didn't get to see everything, but I had 3 products that I'd seen kind of pre-released that I made a concerted effort to go check out, because they were the things that seemed kind of the coolest and really spoke the most to me. So I'll review those and what I saw from them. Everything's pre-release product. They're all prototypes and haven't reached the market yet. So I'll talk about the 3 products that I saw there and what I'm most excited about and least excited about. So I'm going to have notes going the entire time. I'll be looking at my phone to go over them because it was last week. In fact, it was a week ago that I saw this, so I had to really, jog my memory. I got a little bit of video, but I'll be referring to my notes, so hopefully I don't screw things up any more than I normally do. So the first thing that I saw was the Oracle Arms 2311. This is what really struck out at me, and it's because I'm in the 1911 and 2011 space. I'm always excited to see new people innovating and doing new stuff in that space. So when I saw them kind of teasing this leading up to SHOT Show, I was really interested because they've taken the 2011 platform, the single or double stack 1911, and adapted that 2-piece lower to work with SIG 320 mags. They've done some interesting things like adding an ambi slide stop. They use the SIG 320 mag catch mag release, and they also have a linkless barrel design and use a different recoil system. So naturally, I wanted to check it out and see what they had going on at the booth. So first off, on the highs, kind of cool styling. I have not seen a 2011 or double stack 1911 that looks exactly like this. It really is, very modern because they've taken away the bushing or bull barrel because of the barrel design. And it really is a very different looking pistol. You really have to look at it close to kind of see the similarities between it and any other single action double stack 1911 style gun. So the styling was cool. Built-in gas pedals on the grip or the frame. It's actually the grip module, but it looks like the frame, so you have some place to put your thumb and put some downward pressure on it. I like the little baby built-in gas pedals there. The ambi slide stop. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, but it's just, the time to make this happen. They've actually gone and done it so that you can have the slide stop. Some people call it a slide release, but it's a slide stop on both sides of the gun for ambi and or left-handed people. And then it also uses the 320 mag catch, so any other aftermarket mag catch you have for SIG 320s, you can use in this grip frame, according to the guys at the booth. Things I'm not sure about yet is the SIG 320 mag. I don't know if this is a viable, substitution for 2011 mags. 2011 mags do have some shortcomings, but we've seen them slowly get better and better as more and more people are adopting them. So I don't know if the 320 mag and the mag grip angle really fixes that issue, or if it's just another way of going about it. Like the DWX uses CZ75 mags. Maybe that's better, maybe that's not. Only time will tell. Also, the linkless barrel design. It's very, very cool, but the only issue that you're going to have is there's so many parts between your slide, your frame, the slide stop, the barrel. So in a traditional 1911 or 2011, the lockup of that barrel is what gives you that incredible accuracy when you have an accurate barrel. Taking out the barrel link and the upper lugs, I know Phoenix Trinity does this. I don't really know about their accuracy, but I will say that these, the ones that they had at the booth here for Oracle, had a little bit of barrel movement or barrel squat in them. So that could just be that they were the prototypes, might be the linkless design. Time will tell if that's actually an improvement over traditional barrel link. And now for the lows, and they had a sign on the booth that said, These are all pre-production models. They're not indicative of fit and finish. So all the lows that I have really are the fact that these are prototypes and not the production models. The first off is they were rough, okay? The blending was rough. In fact, there was zero blending. When you look down inside of the mag funnel, the trigger bows actually look like they were hand filed out of a piece of aluminum or steel. Like, I don't know how they made those trigger bows, and they probably had to change them from a 2011 design because of the mag shape where the 320 mag catches. So I get that they'd have to make them themselves, but for these 12 or 14 prototypes, like, they were made very, very rough by hand, and you could tell. There were odd wear marks around the disconnector, and they didn't have a disconnector ramp cut on the slides, so the slides would actually bind up a little bit on the disconnector as they went forward. I don't know about reliability. Everybody said that they've run great at the range day, so I didn't shoot them. But this is just one of those things that when they get into production, time will tell if this is indicative of just being a prototype or if the production models will not have those issues. Now, also, 1911, 2011 guys love that single action trigger, and these triggers were sticky. They had some binding points, and they were either heavy or very heavy. So the trigger, which is kind of like the key point of a 1911 or 2011, wasn't really there on these prototypes. But once again, these are all pre-production. I hope they can iron all these things out and deliver production guns. They're also priced at staccato levels, so anywhere from like $1,700 up to $2,600, depending on which model. And they come with anywhere from 3 to 5 magazines based on what the rep said. So overall, I'm rooting for these guys because it's a very cool design. What I will say though is bringing rough prototypes to SHOT Show. SHOT Show is littered with prototypes of guns. I mean, you look at the DWX, that was pre-production that they released in 2020 at SHOT Show, and it's just now reaching dealers in 2023. So, hopefully all this stuff gets ironed out, but I'm rooting for them, and it's cool design overall anyway. Next up is the return of the Cheetah from Beretta, the P80X. So it's a compact 380 that holds either 10 rounds with the flush fit mag or 13 rounds with the pinky mag. It was very cool to see them re-release it. I'll just go over the stats here. They have 10 round with the flush mag, 13 round with the pinky mag, 380. They either have all black or the launch edition version, which is a two-tone. It is cut for a red dot, and the rep said RMSC footprint, and then there were other micro footprints except for RMR CC, the little baby RMR. So Trigicon is going to be left out in the dust on that one again. It is double action, single action, and the trigger was very good in both double action and single action. What's cool about the safety, compared to most Beretta 92 style products, is it is a decocker, but it's also a safety. So the first click up is a safety where you can leave it cocked and locked, so it will disable the trigger, and then you can take the safety off and make your first shot single action only. If you push that safety all the way up, it becomes a traditional Beretta style decocker / safety. So it is nice being a single action guy to be able to carry it cocked and locked, but I did have to ask the guy, what is this even a decocker? Because you do have to push it up very hard to get it, the decocker to work in. There are 1,500 of the two-tone launch edition versions that'll be listed at $999 MSRP. And the all-black version, which will be the standard version, is listed at $799 MSRP. So overall, very cool little gun. The only thing is I wish it was 9mm. Like, they went through all of this and came out with a 380. I know there's reasons, but in the Micro 9 space, if you're trying to compete in the Micro 9 space, you got to be on Micro 9. I'm not sure if the Micro 380 is the place to be, but overall a very cool gun and something that I would consider carrying in a 380. If it was 9mm, hands down, I'd be getting one. Now the last product is what I would consider to be the most innovative and the one that I'm most excited about, and also it hurts me the most because it came out of China. And that's the Holosun DRS sights, and they have 3 different versions. So the DRS sight is a holographic sight that has either built-in infrared night vision, it's digital night vision, or thermal night vision. So DRS IR is the infrared version, and then there's 2 versions of the TH, the thermal that takes the holographic reticle, and it also displays either IR night vision digitally or thermal, thermal vision digitally in there. Now on all of them, They have an 8x digital zoom, so whatever you're looking at with the overlay can be zoomed in up to 8 times, which worked pretty well. Overall, the IR version doesn't really interest me because the MSRP is $1,900, which is super reasonable, but there's a lot of lag in the digital IR. So for me, I would skip that and only get the thermal version, which comes in 2 different types, which has either the 320 pixel resolution or the 640 pixel resolution thermal monitors. And the thermal versions are very cool. The MSRP for the rep said $18.99 for the 320 resolution was the only one that I got to see. Looked pretty cool. And I believe he said $27.05. He was reading off a sheet, so I kind of had to look over his shoulder for the 640 resolution 384 core Pro version, which they didn't even have a demo version out there. I only saw the less expensive type. And all the thermal sights have 8x digital zoom, and they can display either white hot, black hot, outline, and one other setting I forgot. But the thing that really stuck out to me was to have your infrared night vision, so either a single PVS-14 or your duals, have your holographic sight, and then have the IR version, the thermal version of this DRS sight, makes it so that you don't really have to have like a $5,000 clip-on Kodi to get that thermal and add that white hot illumination. You can actually have a very capable setup, and it's cool to see that within this holographic sight in this price range. Once again, I'm just bummed that it's Holosun doing it and not an American company. Another downside, it might be an upside, but it's an 18350 built-in rechargeable battery. He did not have battery life, like how long it would last on holographic only. He did not have it for the infrared, because there's all different brightness settings, or the thermal, so I don't know how long it's going to last. And also, the rep didn't know if the recharge port could actually have a backup battery that then would charge or allow you to run it once the internal battery went down, based on the, plugged into the recharge port. So there's some stuff that's still out there to be determined. It's IP6 waterproof. And I'll tell you this, and I think I already said this, but the infrared version has a lot of digital lag. So that one in my mind is out. I'd rather just get an analog PVS-14 and get rid of that lag for the main night vision, and then have the digital thermal as the backup. The thermal still has lag, but it's less and manageable. And then the last thing is it's a 4th quarter 2023 release. So these are prototypes. They're still working on production. A lot of things can change, but that's very, very cool. So overall, those are the 3 main products that I saw. I will say there's a lot of prototypes that are showing off at SHOT Show, and I really wish more manufacturers would, instead of just gauging interest at SHOT Show, would actually come with production-ready products. I know Beretta did that, but Holosun and Oracle Arms getting a little further along in production before announcing, because I think that people have gotten tired of prototypes being out there, and they want to see production. They want to see what's actually going to happen. So we'll see what happens. I'm rooting for all these products because I thought they were cool, and hopefully next year we see more innovation and more. I know the Beretta Cheetah is not really innovation, but more innovation, more pushing the boundaries, and more new stuff that's closer to production when it's released. So that's it.